Assalamu alaikum, namaste, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming Eid tutorial that I wear for my Eid, and if it is not a lot dramatic makeup look, it is somehow most wearable makeup look because we are only staying at home. So we don't need to apply a lot of product amount for my correction, not for my covering my skin. And if you want to know how I create this beautiful look, please keep watching. I'm starting with my primer, Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Makeup Primer. I was using Rimmel Stay Matte powder for setting my primer a little bit because that is a good mattifying powder and it is good for like summer. I'm using this NYX professional makeup base. I'm not applying a lot of base because it will crease. I'm using same powder for setting my lid. I'm using this Makeup Revolution uh, Fortune of Brave palette, and it have a mostly neutral shade and some pop of colors. First, this shade in my crease. I'm using this as my transition shade. It is such a pretty color. In this, it is LA Colors Auto Lip Pencil in shade Cafe, and I'm using it as my eyeliner. It is such a pretty lip pencil, and because of its pointy tip, it uh, easily can be used as eyeliner. You can see that it's giving me somehow dimension. It is not a so dramatic change on my eyes, but slightly change that I want. Nowadays I'm not into it a lot of makeup, so now I'm using this shade. It is slightly darker than before that I was using. Following over this, so much pretty. You can see that somehow it have a little definition to as compared to this eye. I will be right back after completing on this eye. Maybelline Superstay foundation, and I am taking a tiniest amount, half, only this amount. You can see only tiniest half pump because it is such a pigmented product, and I don't want a lot of foundation, so I am just applying a light tiniest amount of it. And even I'm thinning it out first, and I'm like applying lesser amount of it because I don't like full coverage thing nowadays. I'm totally into light coverage. I'm using this brush. You can see that it somehow even out my skin, so that I only want that. I'm not want dramatic color change or dramatic coverage for my skin, and that amount is pretty much good for daytime function. Darling Isabella concealer in shade Almond Supreme. It is my correcting shade, so I am applying where only there that I have a little bit of a discoloration, like my mouth region. You can see it's slightly on the shade of olivey, or slightly darker than my skin tone, so it easily can use for correcting my skin properly. And first I'm slightly blending concealer. I'm using this Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in shade Honey. That is such a pretty concealer. I'm using NYbae stick for contouring my face or like bronzing. And same for my concealer too. You can see how much easily that blend. Me natural finishing powder, and you can see it have a little bit of a sheen. And you can see it's brightening up my skin tone so beautifully. Only this amount that I needed. I don't want a lot of coverage or a lot of powder for my skin. Lakme 925 weightless mousse lip and cheek color in shade Coffee Light. And this shade is like little mauvey tone that gives me good color. That same same lip pencil So much pretty it looks. Wow, it's such a pretty color. I really like it a lot. Applying slightly more here because of foundation, it is little rough off. So much pretty it looks. I'm using this Loreal Paris slash sensational mascara. Wow, only one coat. I really like this mascara. Plum shade.
uh, I'm using slightly amount of this because I'm just feeling that I have a little less coverage there.
Now I'm using Rimmel Stay Matte Powder with this sponge. So, Miss Claire waterproof pencil, brow pencil in shade dark brown. And I'm using this mauve magic. It is a lip crayon from Lakme. Loreal Paris in infallible paint in shade navy yard, and I'm taking this pink side. Now I'm using this. It is in color cosmetics, shade nectar, and I'm taking a second one. um, Wet n Wild Makeup Contouring Palette, and I'm using the contouring side. Yes, Blue Heaven Elegant Lip color in shade 11. I'm using that same color that I highlighter. I'm using here, here. This Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara is for setting my brow. I'm using same Rimmel powder and I am applying here. Applying here slightly. My finish look